Welcome back, my friends. My name is Eric. This is Ronald. We're back with a little bit more Rogue Trader is what we're playing. This is the alpha. So I expect we're going to get attacked as we warp travel here, which is why we stopped last time. I'm going to go ahead and hit travel, and we're going to see what happens. And like I said, I expect an attack. We might get lucky. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember if a loading screen is a good sign or a bad sign in this case. Guess we'll find out here. There's our seneschal. Our chair rotates, but we stand in the middle of it. Aftermath of events in Depot 4. Okay. You expressed your desire to play a greater role in the life of ships, so I thought it appropriate to report to you personally. All right. So, briefly remind you, Unrest Depot 4 was settled by reaching an agreement with the worker clans. They were tasked with restoring order and personally rooting out trace of heresy. In exchange, we loosened our grip on the sector and revoked the use of brutal suppression methods. The decision has had a positive outcome. The news quickly spread to the other decks. Your decision was seen as fair. The people's mood is given a boost, and they're willing to keep working for the good of the ship and the Volan Valencius dynasty. What about the pirates? I would have informed you if there had been anything to report, but all is well. Painstaking search uncovered no signs of their presence. It seems the cultist amulet found in the dead body was the only thing they left behind. You seem much less emotional than we last discussed Depot 4. I overreacted. It was a regrettable outburst, unbecoming of a senior officer, but not every old man is beyond teaching, you know. I have drawn lessons from my lapse, and I'm conducting myself accordingly. All right, thanks for your report. Pleasure to serve. Does that mean we didn't get a fight? I think that's what that means. Nice. Okay, we got away with it. All right, let's hop back into this section then and see what we can see. All right, well, first I'm going to go ahead and get her some navigator insights. We got 4 locations now that we can connect to. 2 slightly dangerous, 2 more dangerous. Can we not get into the system, though? Seems odd. I think we broke something. I think we should be able to fly around the system, right? Let's try that again. Oh, there we go. I just needed to left click it. Accept. All right. What do we got? Space debris of some sort. We have got some stuff here. I might do a quick... Give me a second to do a bug report. I'm the Orsello Prophecy. All right, let's go ahead. Let's start with the jungle world here. We'll try to... I've had trouble clicking some of the stuff in some of these systems that's hiding behind there. Begin scan. We got a jungle world. We got 50 experience, and there's something here. I wish that was moved up. It appears that I'm going to make another quick bug suggestion here. All right. Went ahead and made our suggestion there. It appears that a large Vord ship recently dumped a large load of junk and faulty parts from orbit. The debris that did not burn up in the atmosphere is now blocking the flow of a major river. The dam is causing the river to overflow, flooding nearby valleys. A herd of large hoofed rodents is gathered along the riverbanks. If the animals lose their usual habitat, they're doomed. So we can declare a great hunt, get some meat and some pelts, or we can do that. Oh, or there's more? I didn't notice. Is there more down there? No. There's not more down there. I don't know. Now, in my personal one, I did this one. So I'm just going to pick this one. I don't have a... I feel probably our character would probably just do this one if we were to straight role play it. But just in the interest of me seeing more of the game in alpha, I'm going to select this one, just see what happens out of curiosity. Unusual fondness for bizarre rodents is quickly spreading across the ship's deck. Increased amount of organics on the planet. Okay. It appears it takes many days and hundreds of crew members to remove the Tripa hash and clog the river, letting the waters flow once more. The rodents run back to the pastures without so much as a backward glance. Oh, but we got some provisions out of it. Nice. Okay. We got short-term trade goods, I believe, out of the last when you do the other. So it gives you stuff you can sell for profit factor, you know, later on, or for Reputation faction. Faction reputation. There we go. English. It's hard some days. Okay. So cool. All right. So we got something out of it. Nice. Now that's even farther away. Is there any way for us to click that? I don't know. It was down here before, right? Now it's moved. Do these rotate? We did get an energy battery. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could just zoom out a little bit on the system, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that'd fix it. All right. And nothing. We didn't get nothing. Off to the arid world. See what this one holds. Hey, we get some promethium. Okay. So yeah, it does appear. I think these are rotating. Clearly that one rotated behind there. It is slow, but it does appear to be rotating. We'll see if it looks like that might cross that line here shortly and be... Obviously, these are spinning. Huh, cool. All right, warp travel. Let's see where we want to go next. 100 Dreams Crossroads. Oh, what are these? So this has a yellow. Oh, they're just telling you the risk without looking at this. So this is more yellow. That's more orange or reddish. So these two are a little easier. That one's a little more dangerous. Let's go to Agatha Archides. See what happens there. Probably should go to a more difficult one so we can see if we can get a fight to pop up. Yeah, let's go ahead and visit the system. And some void ship remains. Let's start with the arid world, and then we'll go check that out. Maybe we'll do the 3 planets first, and then we'll go do. Oops. Quick scan. Nada. We did get some XP. I guess that's just general XP, huh? So the ship does get XP as you, oh yeah, you can see that one's definitely moving. You can see it rotating as it goes around its circle. The ship does get XP as you do ship fights. And as you play the game, you do get more abilities for your crew as you participate, or when you participate in ship battles. I am uncertain whether those abilities are given to you by the ship experience or by the character experience, though, like what level they are. I'd be interested in finding that out. What do we got here? Arid world. All right. Giant rings on the planet's surface can be observed even further. Oh, let's examine them. It has emerged that this planet has a native species of giant insects similar to Terran ants. Just like ants, they sometimes form so-called death spirals in which one creature follows another without realizing they're going in circles. These were the rings discovered by the planet's observers. Strange phenomenon was originally suspected to be a sign of warp activity or nefarious xenostructure, turned out to be a quirk of nature, and a tragic one at that. All right, so we didn't get anything special out of it, but it is what it is. Now, these do all seem familiar to me, so I'm assuming that these are not procedurally generated, that they are all kind of hard-coded into where they are. Which means if you play multiple times, you're probably going to know exactly where you want to go. But that's fine. Otherwise, you could potentially, I guess, get hard locked out of being able to complete stuff because you don't get the resources you need for your complete various missions or something. Lord Captain, the augurs cannot determine who the ship we approach to belongs to, but the telemetry clearly reveals it is an Imperial vessel. Hull is badly damaged, but there is air in some chambers, which means they're hermetically sealed. What are your orders? Can I do a quick save here? Prepare my troops for boarding and personally take part in the exploratory. Okay. I think I screwed up. I think we wanted to save this ahead of time so we could try some different things if need be, but we'll see how it goes. We who walk down the same passageways in the same bays day after day, we who are born, live, and die to the hum of the ship's machines, we forever hunger for the smallest glimpse of another life, for the chance to see the heroes who tirelessly fight for us, and for the glory of the Imperium. So let's have a tale about the Lord Captain, by the will of the Emperor, the defender and commander of every good and honest soul upon the void ship, and the time he boarded a vessel named the Fireborn. Like a dead whale cast ashore by the inexorable force of the swell, the wrecked vessel was a confronting sight for its unwitting visitors. Some bays still retained an atmosphere, but there was no life anywhere. The ship was dead, the machine spirits dissipated in the darkness of space. It was just the husk left, and the rogue trader's crew were to become scavengers, swarming the carcass of the fallen Leviathan. Our Lord Captain oversaw the expedition. Personally, he decided to. So we got a tech use of 10, which should be for us 100%. So let's see if we actually get it. Train the penetrating gaze of the auger rays on the damaged ship. All right. Does it give us a roll? We did. The auger's keen eyes scanned the eerie vessel, identifying that the void ship was gravely damaged and was in the process of final erosion. There's very little time to explore it. 3 sectors seemed the least damaged: the bridge, the middle crew deck, the service bay. After exchanging a series of trills and warbles in their mysterious and ancient language, the tech priest responsible for the augers reported to the Lord Captain they had glimpsed signs of valuable components in operation of the service bay. All right. So our next step was turn attention to the scout units awaiting instructions. The Lord Captain had to decide which of the 3 teams he would lead, and which 2 would be entrusted to their officers. Let here be known the names of those honest people who stood before a rogue trader in the moment. Taciturn and grave Young Ho Son, whose word was firm as his handshake. Captain Vesti, whose jokes will be remembered by everyone on decks 3 to 5. Captain Matina, a senior officer of the 3rd unit, known to many as Grey Matina. She had been leading units back when the current crop of scouts were snot-nosed kids. No one on deck was in any doubt that navigating inside the wreck ship would be difficult. The units would be separated by kilometers of twisted metal, dead modules, devoid of atmosphere, collapsed passageways, and hull breaches the size of a house. The only thing connecting the brave teams would be the delicate thread of Voxlink. And so, after weighing the options, the Lord Captain chose to go with. Let's see. We've got a service bay. Let's go for the bridge. I think I went for the service bay last time. I don't remember for sure. We'll find out. See if I recognize it at all. From here on, we will rate the events based on what we have learned from witnesses, the people who accompanied the Lord Captain on the tour of the dread ship. The shuttles started up one after another and dispersed, each heading for its selected target. An hour spent on cutting through the hull in the freezing vacuum of space, a fussy boarding, and then finally, the rogue trader stepped out onto the cold, dark deck of the dead ship. The light of the torches revealed the sign in the gloom, Fireborn. After a minute-long exchange with the Voxmaster, who quickly checked the archives, it was established the dead vessel was that of Captain Nova Van Dane, registered at the Kiavagama port. Ooh, it comes back to Kiavagama again. Every minute spent on board threatened to end in disaster. The ship's days or even hours of existence were numbered. From all sides came the sounds of distant grumblings. The floor underfoot trembled every now and then. The Lord Captain hurriedly moved deeper into the compartment when he suddenly felt the slightest puff of air brush against his neck, followed by a soft sigh, almost as if someone had leaned in, close, opened their mouth to whisper a dark, tantalizing secret, and then fallen silent. The only thing was that the Lord Captain stood entirely alone. All right, so we get a willpower, which should give us a 55%, or a lore warp, which should also give us a 55%. Let's go for a warp. Oh, we failed. Hold on. Did we actually fail? We actually failed. Not too far, though. From here on, we relate the events based on what we learned from witnesses, the people who accompanied. Those little things, the feel of the street. Oh, I think we could have skipped that first sentence, right? Those little things, the feel of a stranger's breath, the sound of a sigh, they simply the result of nerves, surely. No doubt that is how the Lord Captain saw it, but then he noticed he was being held tightly in the grip of his companions and Young Ho Son. Terror had almost driven the rogue trader to run blindly into the perilous heart of the ship, but others had done their duty and protected their master. But not everyone in the unit was so lucky. Several foolish crew members bolted down the dark passageway, right into the waiting maw of a twisted vertical shaft. Screams continued to echo for a full minute after death had claimed them. Suddenly, sound suddenly blared from the Vox, which was tuned to the second unit's frequency. The words muffled, as though the person on their end wasn't speaking directly into the Vox, but desperately pressing the transmit button while occupied with something else. Never seen anything like it. It's beautiful. Hold on. Wait, is it moving? The words were cut off by a strangled wheeze, followed by static. Young Ho-Son listened to the transmission, the final rasp, surprising calm expression, then pressed the Vox button, and a similarly calm voice let loose a stream of florid swearing, which centered on casting aspersions on his interlocutor's intellectual capabilities. Turning to the rogue trader, he remarked, "Apologies, Lord Captain. Captain Vesti from the 2nd Unit is well known for his pranks." "Crap! The Lord Captain's with you," came Vesti's voice with the speakers, immediately followed by, my sincere apologies, Your Lordship. I just wanted to spook the guys a little. I don't think we needed a little bit. The Lord Captain immediately informed Captain We're going to go Commissar. I think I went this one with my other. So we'll go Commissar. Lord Captain immediately informed Captain Vesti that he'd be severely disciplined upon the expedition's completion and demanded a report on the unit's activities. Captain Vesti reported that the unit's foray had so far proceeded without incident, mystical otherwise. They'd found no survivors from the ship's crew, or bodies for that matter. However, the unit had encountered a problem. Passage leading to a dark section of the arsenal and the storage depot was seriously damaged, especially the power cables. We'll go for this. We have a 85% chance. Hey, we got through. I think I failed that one last time. Yeah. Vesti's unit headed off to carry out the orders while the rogue trader and his team continued on. After spending several hours wandering down the dead passageway, young Ho-Son's unit and the rogue trader approached the bridge of the Fireborn. Oppressive feeling had not dissipated. It was as though the bulkheads of the ship were steeped in terror and the pain of people who had vanished without a trace along those decks. On their way there, the unit had found no signs of struggle or bodies of the crew, and it served only to deepen their unease. After examining the bridge, the scout unit discovered that the captain's principal cogitator was still functional. Final log entry was identified, the damage picked, recording that no one in the unit was eager to view. Proximity to the cogitator alone was unsettling enough, and with each passing second remaining on the bridge, it was becoming more difficult. So willpower 15, so that's giving us a 70% chance. Let's go for it. We failed again! We have not made any critical rolls. We rolled a 94. Yeah. I don't think I made any of the rolls last time either. I think I failed everything. Which is why we should have saved it before we got close, but oh well. Recording contained a message from Captain Nova Van Dane. It was almost impossible. Captain's hand gripped the edge of the table, flashed through a distant light. Captain speaking crisply, almost calmly, but there were also short, almost inaudible breaths, exactly what the rogue traders team had encountered when they first boarded the ship. It seemed those sounds were coming not from the recording, but from the gloom-drenched corners of the bridge itself. Calvagama's fallen. Fireborn broke orbit under fire from an unknown enemy and left the system, said Captain Van Dane of the recording, with the tone of an officer reporting to her superiors. We encountered pathological warp activity. Crew is reporting failure in the Geller field system. The ship is doomed. Whoever finds this recording, I ask you to hold a prayer service for our souls. I also ask you to take the family records of the Van Dane line from Kiavagama. The relics are stored. Captain then specified a location. It's impossible to stay on the bridge after that any longer, and the size would have driven the team insane. Lord Captain gave the order to retreat. Message came in from the unit led by the seasoned unflappable Grey Matina. Captain methodically reported on all the service bay sections. Found nothing of value. Found no bodies. There had been no incidents, and the search was proceeding as normal. Unit was waiting for further instructions for the captain. Awareness of 30. We should have a 100% chance. After stilling the salient points, listed the areas that warranted more thorough search. Let's go for that. And we made it, and we did, in fact, we rolled a 30. Okay. We got out a 0 skill and made that one. After returning to the shuttle, rogue traders received reports about Fireborn status. Tech priests who relentlessly pierced the wreckage of the Augur's gaze insisted on curtailing the operation as soon as possible, fearing imminent destruction. Reports from the other two units. The second unit succeeded in moving through the danger zone and returned to the shuttle with valuable payload taken from the dead ship stores. Grey Matina explored the service bay, marked valuable components for later disassembly. So we got a hotshot las pistol, a sinister diary, a curse whispering vox, tainted blood vials ×5, a long glass, binary transcript, cogitator bracer, depleted battery, extracted electu. All right, nice. All right, unit assembled the shuttles. Captain gave the final order to the Grim expedition. We're gonna honor the memory of Captain Van Dane because they asked. Last request of the fallen captain but fulfilled. The improvised funeral began with a brief military salute. Rogue Trader himself recited a prayer to the souls of for the Fireborn, just as any honest servant of the Emperor who's dedicated their life to voyaging in the darkness would honor their fellows and mourn their deaths. Time was up. Turn to the ship, one last look at the rogue trader. Give the order to fire upon the dead vessel. For that which was born in fire should also perish in fire. It is the Fireborn, after all. Okay, let's see what type of cool stuff we got. All right. There's our Elgu, our depleted batteries, Cogitator Bracer, Binary Transcript, a Long Glass. Okay. We got 2 of those. Yeah, I guess it makes sense they don't stack. What do you have on? Let's go for one of our snipers. Here, what do you have? You've got a regular las gun. So the long glass, essentially double the damage and 3 penetration. Rate of fire is 1 rather than 4, so it doesn't get a burst fire. All right, so probably not for you, but didn't we see there's a hot shot pistol here? I think I found a regular hot shot las last in my private save, but I don't remember where or when. And I equipped her with that. So we might go with that. What do we got for her? So 7 to 11, 1. Rate of fire 6. 9 to 13, 1. Rate of fire 2. So if we do single shots, it's definitely better, right? 9 to 13. But if we do a full burst, this in theory is going to do up to 66 damage, whereas this is going to do 26. So we're probably better off leaving that there. Okay. Fair enough. You have a las pistol, a regular las pistol. Let's give you a hot shot las pistol. And you've got the modified splinter as well. So if we want a high burst, we can go with that. If we want a high single, we go with that. And she's got a marksman rifle. So let's see, is the long glass better? Yeah. It's 1 damage better, and it gives her precise shot, which the marksman does not. So yeah, I think that makes sense. Pass that over. And that's everybody there. Sinister Diary. It contains forbidden knowledge, grants 6 to lore warp tests and -6 to willpower. I don't know what we do with this. Can we equip it? No. Okay. This we could. The question, what do we got? We got, that gives us a bonus to Xenos. Our Xenos is, let's take that off for a second. So it is 40. That was on Abelard. Oh, yeah, Abelard could probably have it. That's fine. Let's give it back to you. Let's see if anybody else has a really high lore Xenos. 65, but you've got this. That's bonus to Medicaid tests. It's probably fine. Xenos. You've got a really high Xenos. You've already got one of those. Do we just keep stacking them? So this one is lore warp. Yeah, so we've got an extra plus 12 now to our lore warp. But our willpower tests are not great. I don't know if that's a good thing for her to have. Ask you it. In for a penny, in for a pound, is that it? All right, I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna flip over to this real quick. And we'll toss these in here. Will these go in there? That I think we need to keep. Nope. I think that, yeah. We do have a combi tool we could give somebody. Tech use tests. So we go back to here. Who else does our tech use? 40, 35, 90, 35, 45, 30, 40. I guess it would be you. Do we have a spot to put it? Where does it equip? Oh, it goes there. Okay. So we could go half and half. Give her a little bit of lore warp, which does get us over 50. And a little bit of tech use, which gets us to 50. Let's go with that. I think that makes sense. Okay. So I think that's that. Let's go ahead. Hop out here. Grab that. See if there, okay, so we have a connection up to there now. Sure. We may as well follow the loop around, right? And we do take a little bit of damage each time we get that. We did not this time, though, actually, weirdly enough. Let's check the ice world. Begin our scan real quick. We haven't had any big fights this time, but we have got some new stuff. It's good. Head up to the cracked world. And I'm going to go ahead and... hold on, we'll wait. We might be able to boost it. Augurs have detected remnants of an ancient mining ship that crashed on the planet. It looks like it was carrying equipment. Athletics gives us 55%. Okay. And we failed. 58. I think I had the same thing on my private save. I did not pass any of this, but we did get some. That's nice. We'll collect that. And then we'll turn around and we'll use it there. All right. And off to the jungle world. And we'll see what we can get there. Anything special? We'll find out here in a second, I guess. Haven't had a lot happen this episode. I was waiting. I thought we'd have a big fight at the beginning. I do expect that I'm probably going to pause this one around episode 30 until kind of the next big update for the alpha. There's no real reason. I mean, we are just playing through the alpha rather than play through all the same stuff over and over and over again every time there's an update. I think I'll probably pause it at episode 30. That's a solid month of kind of first look, if you will, so to speak. And then from there, we'll wait for there to be something like, I know that we're not too far away from having significant importance to, oh, it popped up way over there, to giving us a lot more importance to ship combat. And so I'd love to be able to actually upgrade and work on the ship, which would be nice. It's doable. I mean, I have gotten significantly farther with my private save, but it'd be a lot nicer if we could upgrade the ship. There are some fights that I've just said I can't do and I've walked away from. There's a commotion on lower decks. Chief Mutant Hunter, who was responsible for eliminating heresy in the Void of the Void ship, went mad due to perilous influence. The officer climbed the parapet of the central accelerator complex and threatened to jump unless the entire crew immediately submitted to a rigorous examination to uncover physical deformities and unholy perversions. After calculating the time and financial cost of the inspection of thousands upon thousands of crew members and consulting the text priest about the danger of foreign materials getting to the intake of the accelerator, the deranged mutant hunter was graciously allowed to proceed with ending his life in the desired manner. Oh, okay. That was nice of us. We'll see what's in this last little section. So again, we've got Starship Remains, an ocean world up there as well. Let's see what we get out of the rocky world here. Okay. More power crystals. Shorty was celebrated in the background. Well, the rain has started again with a little bit of wind because it's hitting my window. We are in the middle of a severe winter storm that's caused evacuation warnings and road closures and flooding and all that sort of good stuff in the local area. They yesterday said make sure you have everything charged up you want charged up because you're almost certainly going to lose power. I did not. But my car did. I left something on in the car and killed the battery. Luckily, it's a good thing I don't have to go anywhere today. I'm going to go do... Looks like we've got two things overlapping there. Maybe not, though. However, we are 32 minutes into this recording. Well... We're going to lose a little bit of that because I was typing. Let's give it a go. I'm going to hit F5, though. We will do a quick save. You're facing Chaos Worshippers. It looks like the ships have been lying in wait. Voxmaster reports incoming transmission. Blood-curdling visceral scream. Today is the day you die. I wonder how they capitalize words in the middle of their sentence. Okay. But then they disappeared? Now we have Starship Remains. Okay, that was a bug. We should have had a fight there. We did find an unholy relic, though. -5 to Fellowship. Okay. 10 to Coercion. But -5 to Fellow. That's interesting, because those normally go together, right? We'll have to see if we have somebody that's unlikable that we could put that on. And then we got some Ligature Oil, a Macabre Trophy, Tainted Blood, and some tomes bound in human leather. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's see what we got for this. So we want somebody with Coercion, but we don't care about Fellowship. We want your Fellowship to be good. Your Coercion, I think, is also decent. Yeah, 70. 40. It could be somebody with like a strategist type of thing, but yeah, I don't really see anybody I want to put that on, if I'm honest. I think I'm just gonna toss that into there. Call it a day. Still got the big plasma gun we gotta find a home for. Okay. Alright, is what it is. And we've got this oh, it's a single-use item? Hold on. Reduces wounds by 6, increases righteous fury. So somebody I don't want to get shot at very often. Could be Jai. Let's go to Cassia. Let's put it on her. No, because it'd have to go there, huh? Sure. We'll go for it. See, look at this. We've got some ceramite for the void ship, right? So that's more armor. We've got our Voss powder torpedo tubes. What's your Medicae at? 45? You know, I'm just gonna give it to you because we may as well put it on somebody. I've gotten a lot more ship stuff on the private save than I have here so far, but I have done a lot more ship combat at this point in that save as well. But yeah, it'd be nice if we put some of that stuff on. Anyway, I think I'll end this one here. Maybe we'll pop out into the actual warp space mode. Where are we? I'll hit this real quick. We'll do a scan, see where everything leads. Okay. All right. We'll be back next time. Thanks for watching, guys. I don't know that I have a good ending on this one. I guess get out and roam, right? We'll see ya. Cheers.